My child, listen to my voice now, for the time is moving swiftly and the hours that once felt slow are now gathering themselves into a divine convergence. And I am calling you to open your heart before the moment passes. For this message is not an accident but a final invitation, a last pull of my spirit toward the place where your destiny aligns with my purpose. And I speak to you now with the fullness of heaven's love, authority, and urgency, saying, Beloved, I have seen the weight you carry, the silent tears you have cried when no one else saw, the moments where your heart felt stretched between hope and despair, and I tell you now that I have not forgotten you, I have not overlooked you, I have not abandoned you, for you are mine and you have always been mine, even in the wandering seasons, even in the nights of confusion, even when you questioned your worth, your direction, and your purpose. And I say to you gently but firmly that this is the moment where you must open what has been closed, where you must allow me to touch the place you have kept hidden, where you must surrender the burdens you have held onto for too long. For my child, the time is short, not because I am rushing you into fear, but because what I have prepared for you is ready, and heaven is aligned, and the doors that have remained shut are trembling under the weight of my command, ready to open at the appointed second if only you will step forward in faith. And I speak to you with truth, your delay has not denied your destiny, your pain has not disqualified your purpose, and your past has no authority over the future I have written for you. But still there comes a moment in every story where my child must decide to rise, to awaken, to step into the divine movement I have orchestrated, and that moment is now, beloved, for you have prayed for breakthrough, you have asked for clarity, you have begged for a sign, and I am giving you one now, not as a whisper but as a declaration, saying this is your last chance to cling to what is dying, your last chance to dwell in what is beneath you, your last chance to stay attached to what I am calling you out of, for a new season is approaching with the speed of my spirit, and you cannot enter it holding the fragments of a chapter that I have already closed. Release now, my child, release what hurts, release what haunts you, release what drains you, release the false identities, release the fear that has built walls around your heart, release the shame that I have already forgiven, release the doubt that has kept you from trusting my hand, for I am doing a new thing within you, and this new thing requires room, space, surrender, openness, and willingness. And I know that you are tired, I know that you are weary of waiting, I know that the battles have bruised your spirit, I know the spiritual warfare around you has increased, the pressure has intensified, the attacks have grown stronger, the confusion has tried to drown your clarity. But do not mistake the storm for abandonment, for storms often precede my greatest acts of restoration, and the pressure you feel is evidence that the enemy senses what I am about to release, and he fights hardest when his time is shortest. But listen to me now. His time is short, for I have placed my covering over you, my fire around you, my hand before you, and my angels beside you. And what has been sent against you will not prosper, because I have already spoken victory over your life, even when you doubted you were strong enough to stand. And I tell you this, you are chosen, you are anointed, you are set apart, and though you feel small in your own eyes, you are mighty in my purpose. And though the world has tried to define you by your wounds, I define you by my calling, and beloved, I am calling you deeper, higher, further, into a place where your spirit awakens again, where the heaviness breaks off, where the chains finally fall, where the silence becomes sacred instead of painful, where your identity becomes rooted in what I say rather than what life has done to you. For I have seen your pain, my child, every piece of it, and I am not ashamed of you, I am not disappointed in you, I am not withdrawing from you, for your brokenness does not repel me, it pulls me closer, for I am near to the brokenhearted, and I bind up the wounds that no human hand can touch. And today I release healing into the parts of you that have been locked away, the parts that have been afraid to feel, the parts that have been numb from survival, the parts that have grown cold from betrayal. For I am stirring warmth where numbness lived, I am breathing life where disappointment lingered, I am resurrecting hope where grief buried your dreams, and I am lifting you from the dust where you laid yourself in exhaustion. For I am not finished with you, my child, and this message is your awakening, your reminder, your confirmation, your final call into alignment with the destiny that has waited for you. And as I speak, I am breaking patterns, severing soul ties, dismantling spiritual traps, and overturning the lies that have lived in your mind for too long, for you are stepping into a restoration so deep, so gentle, and so holy that even the wounds you thought would mark you forever will transform into testimonies of my glory. And as you listen, my presence is wrapping around your spirit, lifting the heaviness, loosening the tension, softening the tightness in your chest, and reminding you that you have never carried anything alone, not for a single moment. And I tell you now, your waiting was not wasted, the wilderness was not punishment, the delay was not denial, the silence was not abandonment, for through every season I was preparing, pruning, shaping, stretching, and refining you for what is now approaching. And though you did not understand the timing, the pain, the delays, the loneliness, or the closed doors, You will soon see that everything was designed to position you for a breakthrough that could not have come earlier without harming your destiny, for my timing protects as much as it provides, and the doors that remained shut were not failures, they were shields, and the relationships that ended were not losses, they were redirections, and the battles that almost broke you actually built you for the very thing you are about to step into. And my child, you must know that heaven has scheduled a shift for you, a release, a breakthrough, a divine reversal, and I am telling you with clarity, do not miss this moment, do not allow fear to silence your courage, do not allow the past to steal what I have placed in your future, do not cling to what I am removing, for this is the moment where obedience opens what effort never could, and I am calling you to rise, my child, rise in faith, rise in surrender, rise in trust, rise in the identity I have spoken over you. And as you rise, every chain of delay will break, every generational weight will lift, every unseen battle will shift, and you will walk into a season where what once felt impossible becomes natural, where what once felt distant becomes tangible, where what once felt lost becomes restored, and I will show you that I am the God who finishes what I start, the God who redeems what was broken, the God who restores what was stolen, the God who heals what was shattered, and the God who turns endings into beginnings. And I speak to your spirit now. Awaken, 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 for the light within you has not burned out, it has only been waiting for my breath, and I am breathing upon you now with new strength, new clarity, new identity, new purpose, new courage, and new peace, and I declare that no darkness can extinguish what I am igniting in you, no enemy can stop what I am releasing for you, no failure can erase what I have ordained for you, and no weapon formed against you can prosper, for you are under my covering, surrounded by my presence, and held securely in my covenant of love. So open this message with your whole heart, my child, receive what I am pouring into you, step into what I am calling you toward, and do not delay, for time is moving and destiny is unfolding, and I tell you one final thing with the fullness of my love. Now go forth, for the light within you has been awakened. My child, as you continue to listen, let your heart expand to receive the depth of what I am pouring into you now, for this moment is not simply another message but a divine infusion of strength, clarity, and awakening designed to lift you beyond the limits that life, circumstances, and fear have placed upon you. And I tell you again with unwavering certainty that you are entering a shift so profound that even you will look back and marvel at how quickly everything changed once your spirit aligned with my voice, for breakthrough is not always a sudden external event, it is first an internal unlocking, a spiritual turning, a surrendering of the old mindset that has held you in place, and I am doing that inner work in you now, quietly yet powerfully, gently yet decisively, for I have seen how long you have carried the weight of expectations, disappointment, and emotional exhaustion, and I am removing those layers from you one by one, peeling away the heaviness that has kept you from seeing yourself as I see you. And I tell you, beloved, that you have underestimated your strength, your resilience, your capacity, your calling, and the greatness I placed within you long before the world said anything about you. And though people have spoken words that crushed your spirit, though life has thrown storms that shook your stability, though seasons have created doubt in your own worth, I speak truth over every lie right now, declaring that you are my beloved child, chosen, appointed, anointed, protected, and deeply cherished, and nothing that has happened to you has changed the identity I placed upon you from the beginning, for before you were shaped in your mother's womb I knew you, I set you apart, I breathed destiny into your spirit, and no battle, no betrayal, no failure, no heartbreak, no trauma, and no mistake has ever removed what I have placed inside you. And even in your darkest moments, when your faith felt thin and your hope felt dim, I was holding you, shielding you, carrying you, whispering to your soul that you were not forgotten, that you were not forsaken, that you were not wandering without purpose. And now I bring you into understanding, my child, that every season, yes, even the painful ones, has prepared you for what is about to unfold, for endurance was built in your waiting, wisdom was shaped in your wounds, compassion was formed in your tears, courage was strengthened through your storms, and faith was purified in your uncertainty. And though the enemy tried to use those same seasons to destroy you, to weaken you, to drain you, to break you, I used them to refine you, to mature you, to align you, and to anchor you more deeply in my presence. For the enemy underestimated who you were becoming, but I did not. And now heaven is calling you into alignment with the identity you were always meant to walk in, and I tell you that you are not behind, you are not late, you are not lost, you are exactly where I needed you to be at. The exact time I needed you to arrive, for my timing is perfect even when it disrupts your expectations, and my ways are higher even when they confuse your understanding, and my plans for you are good even when life feels overwhelming, and though you have felt delayed, you have not been denied, for I am restoring the years the enemy stole, restoring the opportunities that slipped away, restoring the confidence that broke, restoring the love you lost, restoring the vision that dimmed, and restoring the purpose you once nearly abandoned, and I tell you, my child, that you are stepping into a restoration so complete that it will not resemble what you lost. It will surpass it, for I do not return what was taken, I multiply it, transform it, elevate it, and rebuild it on a foundation that cannot crumble, and though the enemy tried to silence you, I am amplifying your voice. Though the enemy tried to isolate you, I am surrounding you with divine connections. Though the enemy tried to blind you, I am sharpening your discernment. Though the enemy tried to weary you, I am renewing your strength like the eagle, and you will rise higher than before, soar with clarity, and see from a divine perspective what was once blurred by fear and confusion, for I am breaking every chain that has bound your spirit, every lie that has limited your growth, every pattern that has repeated in your family line, every cycle of hurt that has echoed through your story, and I am declaring freedom over you now, freedom in your mind, freedom in your emotions, freedom in your identity, freedom in your future, and freedom in your entire being. And as you receive this, know that the shift is not only happening around you, it is happening within you, for internal transformation always precedes external elevation, and I am shaping your spirit for the higher place I am bringing you into, a place where peace is your anchor, faith is your sight, purpose is your direction, and my presence is your daily strength. And I tell you with certainty, my child, that you are stepping into a season where what once drained you will no longer attach to you, what once intimidated you will no longer frighten you, what once held you back will no longer control you, for I am awakening the warrior within you, the healer within you, the worshiper within you, the leader within you, the creator within you, the dreamer within you, and the chosen vessel you have always been, and the world will soon see what I have always known, that you were made for more, destined for more, chosen for more, and prepared for more than the pain you endured. And now I say this clearly: do not look back, my child, do not hold on to what I am releasing you from, do not return to what I have rescued you out of, do not mourn what I have removed, for I am guiding you forward, and everything ahead of you is greater than everything behind you. And as this message pours over your spirit, let healing enter every corner of your heart, let peace settle into the places of anxiety, let hope resurrect where disappointment lived, and let my voice silence every fear that once kept you small, for you are stepping into your divine timing, and what is coming will remind you that I have always been faithful, always been sovereign, always been guiding, and always been working for your good, and I speak this over you now. You are rising, my child, you are awakening, and nothing can stop what I have ordained. My child, as you move deeper into this message, let every word settle into the places where you have carried unspoken fears, hidden wounds, and heavy questions, for I am not only speaking to your mind but to your spirit, to the core of who you are, to the foundation of your identity, to the places where life has tried to dim your light, and I tell you again, beloved, that nothing I allow in your journey is wasted, for in every season, even the ones that broke you, I was shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, purer, and more aligned with my calling. And even when you felt unseen in the world, heaven was watching over you, covering you, and preparing you for the day you would rise into the fullness of who you were created to be, for you have endured seasons where you questioned whether you were worthy of love, whether you were capable of change, whether you were strong enough to break through. But I remind you that your worth is not defined by what you have done or failed to do. Your worth is defined by the fact that I crafted you with intention, purpose, precision, and love, and every breath you breathe is proof that I am not finished with you, that I have more for you, that the plans I have for you have not been cancelled by circumstances or mistakes, and I call you now to embrace my truth over the lies that have drowned your confidence, for you have believed at times that you were alone, but you were never alone. You believed you were forgotten, but you were always remembered. You believed you were wandering, but you were being guided. You believed the delay meant denial, but the delay was my protection, preserving you for the moment when everything would align according to my divine design, and this alignment is taking place now, in ways you cannot yet see but will soon witness with undeniable clarity, for heaven is shifting the very atmosphere around your life, and I am opening doors that were once sealed, softening hearts that were once hardened, illuminating paths that were once hidden, and placing opportunities in your hands that once seemed unreachable. And though the enemy has tried to interfere, to discourage you, to exhaust you, to confuse you, to make you question your calling, I have already established victory over every scheme, for the enemy's attacks were not signs of your weakness but signs of your significance, signs of the anointing you carry, signs of the purpose you are stepping into, and signs of the impact you are destined to make. And I tell you with assurance that the spiritual battles you have felt are not evidence of defeat but evidence of promotion, for new levels always attract new warfare, but they also attract new grace, new protection, and new authority, and I am increasing your authority now, elevating your discernment, sharpening your vision, and strengthening your spirit so that you can walk confidently into what I have prepared for you. And I tell you, my child, that the heaviness you have felt is lifting even now, the confusion is clearing, the guilt is dissolving, the shame is breaking, and the emotional chains that once tightened around your soul are falling to the ground, for I am touching the deepest parts of you, the places you have been afraid to expose, the places you have guarded out of fear of being hurt again, the places you have numbed because the pain felt too great to confront, and I am healing those places with a tenderness that only I can give, a love that penetrates every wound, a peace that surpasses understanding, and a restoration that reaches beyond what you imagined possible. And I say this gently but firmly, you are not broken beyond repair, you are not too far gone, you are not ruined by your past, you are not disqualified from your purpose, and you are not forgotten by heaven, for everything you have been through has positioned you for this very moment, this turning point, this awakening, and I am calling you to step boldly into the new. Chapter 1 I'm writing, for this chapter is not a repeat of your past, it is a redemption of it, a renewal of it, a transformation of it, and your story will no longer be marked by what hurt you, but by what healed you, no longer defined by what you lost but by what I restored, no longer shaped by who walked away but by who I am bringing into your life, no longer overshadowed by past failures, but illuminated by future victories, for I am declaring a new beginning over you, a divine reset, a fresh outpouring of strength that will carry you into seasons where joy replaces sorrow, clarity replaces confusion, faith replaces fear, and purpose replaces stagnation. And I tell you now with eternal certainty that what is coming will exceed what you prayed for I am not limited by your resources, your history, or your understanding, and my child, I assure you that I am working behind the scenes in ways you cannot comprehend, aligning situations, arranging connections, preparing blessings, and clearing obstacles so that when the moment arrives, everything will unfold smoothly, beautifully, and undeniably by my hand. And even now my angels are going before you, clearing the path, guarding your steps, and covering your journey, for I will not allow the enemy to block what I have ordained for you, and I will not allow fear to steal what I have entrusted to you, and I will not allow your past to sabotage what is sacred and new, for you are stepping into a destiny that carries my fingerprints, my promise, and my glory, and I say to you with unwavering love, my child, rise, for you were created for this moment of awakening, and the light within you is beginning to shine once more, growing stronger, brighter, and more unshakable than ever before. My child, as this message flows deeper into your spirit, let every word be like living water pouring into the dry places of your soul, reviving what felt lifeless, strengthening what felt weak, illuminating what felt hidden, for I am not only speaking to comfort you but to awaken you, to remind you of who you truly are beyond the layers of fear, doubt, disappointment, and discouragement that life has placed upon you, and I tell you again, beloved, that I have not forgotten a single tear you cried in silence, not one moment of heaviness that pressed upon your heart, not one silent prayer whispered in the depth of sorrow, for I was with you in every valley, present in every storm, guiding you even when you could not feel my hand, and now I am bringing you into a season of revealing, where the purpose behind your pain will begin to make sense, where the lessons hidden within your trials will rise to the surface, and where you will begin to understand that nothing you endured was random, wasted, or meaningless, for I am a God of intentionality, precision, order, and divine timing, and your life is crafted with care far beyond what you have imagined. And though you have often questioned why certain things happened the way they did, why certain people left, why certain opportunities slipped away, why certain seasons felt empty or lonely, I tell you that every shift, every removal, every delay, and every unexpected turn was part of a greater orchestration designed to protect you, align you, and prepare you for what I am bringing into your life now, for there were people you wanted but I knew their presence would wound your spirit, there were opportunities you sought but I knew they would distract you from your purpose, there were paths you prayed for but I knew they would lead you away from the fullness of your calling, and there were seasons you wished would last but I knew they would stunt your growth, and though my no felt painful, it was a divine mercy, a loving protection, a shield around your destiny, and now I am opening what was once closed, releasing what was once withheld, and pouring out blessings that will remind you that my timing is not denial but preparation, alignment, and perfection, for I move when everything, both seen and unseen, is ready, and I tell you now that heaven is aligning for your breakthrough, and though you have felt resistance, that resistance has been the tension before transition, the pressure before birthing, the warfare before elevation, and I assure you that the enemy fought you hardest in the places where I have destined you to rise, for the attacks were not proof that you were weak but proof that you were dangerous to darkness, and I have strengthened you in those battles even when you felt worn down, for every spiritual attack sharpened your discernment, every disappointment strengthened your endurance, every heartbreak expanded your compassion, and every setback prepared you for the comeback that is now unfolding, and I remind you, my child, that nothing can stop the destiny I have ordained for you. No person, no mistake, no loss, no fear, no delay, no attack, no season, no circumstance, and no force of darkness. For when I decree a thing over your life, it cannot be reversed, resisted, or rewritten by any power in heaven or on earth. And I say now with authority that your season of rising is here, and I am calling you to step into it not with fear but with faith, not with hesitation but with expectation, not with doubt but with divine confidence, for you are not who you used to be. You have grown, you have endured, you have matured, you have transformed, and you have shed layers of pain and insecurity that once kept you bound. And my child, I am proud of you even if you do not yet see the strength you carry, for you kept going when you wanted to quit, you kept believing when your hope was thin, you kept praying when answers were silent, you kept walking even when the path was unclear, and your perseverance has reached heaven, and now heaven responds with reward, restoration, and release. And I tell you that restoration is not coming, it has begun. Renewal is not future, it is unfolding. Breakthrough is not distant, it is at your doorstep, and you will soon see the evidence of what I have been doing in the unseen, and you will stand in moments that make you realize why the wait was long, why the battle was intense, and why the path was narrow. For what I am giving you is sacred, protected, and meant to last, and I am cleansing your path of anything that would sabotage what is coming, removing the wrong voices, closing the wrong doors, dissolving the wrong attachments, and loosening the wrong bonds. For this next chapter of your life requires clarity, purity, preparation, and spiritual maturity, and I have been shaping those qualities within you through every season you endured. And now, my beloved child, breathe deeply and receive the peace I am pouring into you, for this peace is not temporary but transformational, steadying your steps, calming your soul, and anchoring your faith as I lead you forward. For you are not entering this next season broken, you are entering healed, not confused but directed, not abandoned but surrounded, not drained but renewed, not insecure but anointed, not lost but chosen, not hopeless but destined. And I am calling you now to rise into who you truly are, for the world has yet to see the fullness of the light I placed within you. My child, as this message continues to pour into the deepest places of your spirit, allow every word to soften the tension you've been carrying, for I am loosening the knots tied by fear, releasing the pressure formed by anxiety, and dissolving the heaviness that settled in you from battles you never told anyone about. And I want you to know, beloved, that I have seen the silent struggles you wrestled with in the night, the quiet breaking of your heart when no one understood your pain, the moments you held yourself together even when you felt like falling apart. And I tell you now that none of it went unnoticed, for I was with you through every breath, every tear, every unanswered question, every moment when you felt like you were running out of strength. And even when you felt far from me, I was closer to you than your own heartbeat, carrying you through what should have crushed you, shielding you from what should have destroyed you, preserving your spirit when darkness tried to suffocate your hope. And my child, you must understand something deeply. The fact that you're still here is evidence of your calling, your purpose, your divine protection, and the destiny that refuses to let you go. For I placed greatness in you long before you ever experienced hardship, and that greatness has been fighting to break through the limitations you accepted because of pain, disappointment, and fear. But I tell you now that those limitations are lifting, breaking, dissolving under the power of my presence. For I am awakening strength you forgot you had, stirring faith you thought was gone, reviving dreams you thought had died, and restoring vision that was clouded by years of delays and difficulties. And I remind you that what you lost emotionally, spiritually, mentally, relationally, and materially is not the end of your story, for I am the God who restores, who rebuilds, who repositions, who renews, and I am breathing life into places that have felt dead for far too long. And though you have wondered why the healing took so much time, why I didn't remove certain pain sooner, why certain mountains weren't moved immediately, I tell you now that healing was a process, not a punishment. For I needed to strengthen the foundation of your spirit so that when the blessings arrive, you will not crumble under their weight. And I needed to teach you discernment so you could recognize what is truly from me and what is meant to distract you. And I needed to purify your desires so that you would pursue what aligns with heaven rather than what merely comforts your flesh. And I needed to build resilience in you so that the storms ahead would no longer shake you the way past storms once did. For I am preparing you for a higher place, a deeper calling, a greater impact. And the elevation I am bringing requires a version of you that is healed, confident, aligned, and awakened. And that version is emerging now, even as you listen, for your spirit is absorbing what your mind cannot yet fully understand, and my presence is working in you in ways you do not see but will soon feel. And I tell you, my child, that the breakthrough you've been praying for is closer than your doubt suggests, nearer than your fear imagines, and more powerful than your past experiences could ever predict. For I am not repeating old patterns, I am creating something entirely new, something that will not resemble the losses you endured but will surpass them with beauty, abundance, and purpose. And I assure you that you will smile again without forcing it, you will hope again without fear of disappointment, you will trust again without trembling, you will dream again without insecurity, and you will love again without carrying the weight of old wounds, for I am healing the fractures in your heart, stitching together the torn places, renewing the parts of you that felt numb, and restoring the soft, pure, open spirit you once had, but this time with wisdom, strength, and discernment that only experience could give you. And I tell you, beloved, that the version of you emerging from this refining season is not weaker because of the pain but stronger because of the endurance you gained, not broken because of the failures but wiser because of the lessons you learned, not empty because of the losses but ready because of the resilience formed within you. And now heaven is positioning you for opportunities, connections, doors, and blessings that align with the healed, awakened, restored version of you. And I am removing every hindrance, every unhealthy tie, every spiritual burden, every emotional residue that would interfere with what I am bringing into your life. And I say clearly to your spirit, rise, my child, for your time is not approaching, it has arrived, and you are stepping into the unfolding of promises that were spoken over you long before you saw any evidence. And though the enemy tried to make you doubt, I am proving through what comes next that I have always been faithful, always been present, always been guiding every step of your journey. And as this truth settles in your heart, breathe deeply and know you are being renewed, restored, and readied for the greatest chapter of your life. My child, as you step into this next portion of my message, feel the weight of my presence settle over you like a warm cloak of reassurance, for I am guiding you deeper, drawing you closer, revealing what you could not yet see because your heart was still learning how to hold the magnitude of what I have prepared. And though you have walked through shadows and passed through valleys where your own breath felt like it betrayed you, I tell you now that nothing you endured was wasted, nothing you fought was meaningless, nothing you lost was invisible to me, for I have been shaping every moment into a divine pathway that leads you into a life far greater than what you once believed possible. And even now I am whispering into the places that once felt numb and forgotten, beloved, arise, because the parts of you that believed they were buried are about to breathe again, the dreams you shelved are about to stand again, and the voice inside you that declared, I am done, is about to discover that I, the Lord your God, am not done with you, not now, not ever, for my plans have no expiration, my promises do not decay, and my timing is never late but perfectly intertwined with the rhythm of your destiny. My child, listen carefully, for there are moments when your spirit grows weary, when the physical world becomes loud and the fears you never wanted to name begin to chase you, whispering that you are behind, that you failed, that you missed something crucial. But hear me clearly now. You have missed nothing, for every day of your life is folded into my timeline, and what you believe slipped away was never yours to lose but mine to mature. And if only you could see what I am preparing, you would understand why certain doors refused to open, why specific people faded, why certain opportunities dissolved, for I was removing counterfeits, dismantling distractions, and protecting the fragile beginning of something holy growing inside you, something that needed silence, separation, and stillness to strengthen. Beloved, I know the nights you lay awake expecting answers that did not come, crying into the darkness hoping relief would find you, but I tell you this with authority and tenderness. Every unanswered moment was a spiritual training ground, every pause was a place where angels stood guard, every delay was a divine shield preventing you from entering battles that would have shattered what I am now preparing to release. And if you could see what was forming around you, your heart would leap with gratitude for what I withheld, for I do not withhold to punish, I withhold to preserve, to prepare, and to position you for a breakthrough that requires precision. And now, my child, hear this new part of my message. You are standing at the edge of a divine turning, a subtle shift that will soon become undeniable, and even now your spirit senses it, even if your mind cannot yet explain it, for something inside you has begun to wake up, something that you cannot articulate but you can feel. A rising, a strengthening, a quiet certainty that you were not made to stay in the cycles that once drained you, and I, the Lord your God, affirm that this stirring is not imagined. It is my spirit announcing that the old season is losing its grip and the new one is pressing its face against the horizon of your life. Beloved, you have wondered why certain memories have resurfaced, why old emotions suddenly came alive, why wounds you thought you healed were touched again. Not to break you but to cleanse you, for before I elevate you, I must empty you of the pain you buried too deeply, the bitterness you pretended you overcame, the fears you outgrew externally but not internally, and so I bring these to the surface not to shame you but to deliver you, not to reopen wounds but to heal them with a finality so complete that they will no longer dictate your choices, your confidence, or your destiny. My child, you have been asking for breakthrough, but breakthrough requires room. Room in your heart, room in your thinking, room in your spirit, and this inner shaking you feel is me clearing space for the blessings you have been praying for I cannot pour new oil into an old vessel, and I cannot place a new mantle on shoulders still carrying yesterday's weight, so trust this inner shift, trust this unfamiliar trembling, for this is the sound of chains loosening, roots of trauma lifting, and spiritual ceilings cracking open above you. And I say to you now, beloved, do not fear the acceleration, for things will begin to move quickly, doors will open unexpectedly, and you will look at your life and wonder, how did all this happen so fast? But you must remember, I am not rushing, I am restoring the time you lost, the opportunities that slipped away, the seasons where you were delayed by battles that were never yours to fight, and when I restore in abundance, with speed, with precision, and with glory that cannot be mistaken for coincidence, chance, or human effort. My child, you were never behind, you were being built. You were never forgotten, you were being prepared. You were never rejected, you were being redirected. You were never abandoned, you were being reassigned. And now, beloved, I speak over you with heavenly authority. This is your crossing over season. From confusion to clarity, from heaviness to freedom, from waiting to walking, from surviving to rising, from being hidden to being established, from tears of breaking to tears of breakthrough. But hear me, before the manifestation comes the moment of decision, and I am calling you to release what is no longer aligned, to surrender what has been draining your spirit, to forgive what has been haunting you, to let go of what you have outgrown, for you cannot carry everything into the next chapter, and you cannot step into destiny holding the debris of former battles. Beloved, release it. Release the resentment. Release the guilt. Release the fear of repeating old pain. Release the belief that you are too late, too damaged, too tired, too small. Release the idea that your future must look like your past. For I, the Lord your God, am doing something new, and it does not resemble anything you have lived before, and if you allow me, I will rebuild every broken place, restore every stolen part, renew every weary corner of your soul, and rewrite every chapter the enemy attempted to distort. My child, incline your heart to me now, for the final part of this message carries the wind of destiny, and what I speak next will begin to activate things within you that have been asleep for far too long.